reduce data footprint. So if you are getting the old ECC, when you transfer to S/4HANA data from the ECC to S/4HANA. So in if HANA database, the HANA database, as I told earlier, HANA data was used in till 2015. In 2015, we are using the HANA database 2011 to 2015. So in this case, so in the HANA database, we need only 180 GB. Suppose the ECC are having 593 GB in the ECC. When you transfer to S/4HANA, we need only 180 GB data storage. So out of 593 ECC, when you transfer to SAP S/4HANA, sorry, not S/4HANA, HANA database. When you transfer HANA database, you can store up to the 593 will reduce to 180 GB. Okay. In S/4HANA, the same 593 can be changed to 42.4 GB. This is called data footprint. Then you transfer data from one system to another system. That's a data footprint. For ECC, when you transfer HANA database 180 GB, in S/4HANA it's only 42.4 GB required for storage. This is one more point about S/4HANA. And one more major difference between S/4HANA and ECC, output determination. So already we are using the output like print output, email output, and all. Earlier it was output determination. In S/4HANA, in ECC we call as output determination. In SAP, in S/4HANA, we call it BRF. BRF means Business Rule Framework. The new output process called BRF plus, Business Rule Framework plus, and we can have IDOC also. So IDOC is mostly used for the connecting with other systems. So from the SAP system, you can connect other system through IDOC. The whole thing is called now BRF plus. Since output determination, areas of output determination are message control, now we call it BRF, Business Rule Framework. Okay. And one more thing is about in accounting. So earlier in accounting, we have one thing called ACD OCA, so universal journal. So all your accounting entries are made in one journal, that is a single source of truth. In single source of truth means in one ACD OCA universal journal, you can get all the accounting concept. All the accounting details can be stored in ACD OCA universal journal. This one more point. And if you take tables, if you take, for example, one table, so in S/4HANA, we already so many tables. So a lot of tables are eliminated and made new tables inside. For example, in the inventory model, there's a table called matched. Earlier, there's different tables are there, like the Mara, different tables are there. So they are having, in S/4HANA, we have only one table, matched doc. For example, one table, matched doc. They reduce almost 26 per table from the inventory concept from the ECC. In the ECC, there was for inventory reducing more than 26 plus tables, but S/4HANA is one table, matched doc, that reduces almost 26 plus tables. So like that everywhere in the S/4HANA, every functionality, they have made a table that reduces the size of the data. For example, the matched doc. Matched doc reduces more than eliminate 26 plus tables from the ECC software system. This one more point. And one more thing, Fiori. The main thing in the Fiori and the S/4HANA is one is the cloud management, next one is the Fiori. So Fiori is a web browser. Fiori is web browser. Fiori is a web browser. We can call as web browser. Web browser. So like how your Internet Explorer or Google Chrome, can use a Fiori web browser. So Fiori web browser is a new thing from the SAP. So now you need not install SAP in your system, in your laptop or in your any gadget. You need not install SAP in that. You can get to the SAP system through web browser. So for example, if the item, if a document needs approval, so the management can give the approval from anywhere. So they can from their mobile or from their tab or not anywhere they can get the SAP access through web browser, through Fiori web browser. So through the web browser, you can get access to any of the SAP functionality. Mostly used for the management people from the client side. So Fiori, one more thing about Fiori app is, so need not remember the T code now. In the web browser, in the Fiori app, need not remember the T code now. You can directly type the sales order, you'll open the sales order. No need to know the T code. Anyway, in Fiori web browser. So advantage is the training is less now. When you implement SAP ECC system, the training itself will get more than 2 months. So the training for industry will get more than 2 or 3 months because they got removed all the T code and their process are different. But in Fury app, so no need to remove the T code. So the training requirement is very less now. The employees can be trained very easily because they need not the T code and all. They can easily do the transition through Fury app. So the training period is now reduced for the end user from the client side. So minimal training. So Fury app using the minimal training for the end users. Okay, so I'll finish this one, then I'll go for a break. I'll finish this page, then I'll go for a break. So next one is OLTP. So one more thing, reporting process. The old reporting process was called OLTP, Online Transaction Processing. There's a old reporting system. Now it is called OLAP, Online Analytical Processing. So in the Fury and all, they can use the analytical reporting using OLAP, Online Analytical Processing. So using the business warehouse, they can use OLAP. There's a new process in the S4HANA. So earlier it was OLTP, now it's called OLAP in S4HANA. So next point, cloud deployment. So the customer can go for cloud deployment. So if they need not install SAP server in their system, in their factory, they can go for cloud deployment for the data in maintain the cloud. Two more modules are now in SAP S4HANA. Transportation management, SAP extended warehouse management. This is a new module from SAP for S4HANA. Transportation management, new module like the EWM, we call it EWM, extended warehouse management. It's a new module in SAP. So these two are new modules in S4HANA. Like SDMM module, these are two additional modules now. Warehouse manager like that, we have two more additional modules. And if you take the site, that is so it's still in S4HANA. Still, ECC is having 80% data. The settings from the ECC still there in the S4HANA. So S4HANA more than 80% from ECC only. So if you want to know S4HANA, without ECC, you can't learn S4HANA. You have to know what is ECC, then only you can learn S4HANA also. Because 80% data are taken from ECC only. By 2025, their target, and that they'll go fully for S4HANA. They'll not change ECC, everything will be S4HANA. But as of now, 80% taken from the ECC only. Okay. There is extension add-on. We have some extension add-ons from SAP. Other than the main software, we have some new add-ons. SAP Ariba, basically vendor-based cloud management. The customers can buy the SAP Ariba to manage their vendor cloud management, so that they can easily interact with their suppliers. There's SAP Ariba, vendor-based cloud management. One add-on. Another add-on is Concur. For travel experience web add-on for the HR people. So they can manage the travel and expense through Concur add-on. And Fieldglass is mostly for the contract work. For the business having contract business, they can go for SAP Fieldglass. Okay, this is a new add-on from SAP for their customers for maintaining the contract process. And HANA is a database. So HANA is, as I told, HANA is a database. S4HANA is a new product. So HANA we are using as a database like SQL and Oracle. S4HANA is a new product. It's a whole product name is S4HANA. So S4HANA called Business Suite 4 also. You call it Business Suite 4 also. And if you take deployments, so based in the Linux server, so SUC Linux server, okay, they are installing a Linux server built on C++, and there are different memory processing engines in the database. These are different servers for S4HANA, index server, like that some server details are there. Okay, so these are some details about the introduction to ERP and SAP. So all of you are able to follow? Able to follow everybody?
Yeah.
So I was showing that this slide. So different thing about the ERP, SAP and the S4HANA. So I'll take one more slide from the here. So this will help for you tomorrow. You can check that. So we'll see some more things now. So some more things input about the HANA, S4HANA. So after we'll go for the SD, particular SD model go later. So one more presentation for the S4HANA introduction. So what is S4? Challenges or the advantages of or the difference between S4HANA and ECC? We saw some details. So some more details about S4HANA deployment. What are things are SAP, the S4HANA, the new product. Go through that. So after we'll go for the introduction to SAP. After we'll go for SAP introduction. Okay. Okay, so we'll take this slide now. So it says SAP S4 now. So you can find, once you get the LMS portal, you can get the file from here. So these are materials, different materials given by the Saran Tech. So that what I took earlier, that is not here. I'll tell them to include that one. So now I'll take this one. We are taking this slide now. S4 HANA overview. This one I take now. S4 HANA overview. Okay. So we'll see what are the things about S4 HANA. So what are these we're learning here? Already we saw the history of SAP. Again, same thing is given here also. We'll go through that S4 HANA evolution and architecture overview, deployment option, deployment factors. These are things we can see in this slide. This already seen that. This is given in detail here. This is started in 1972. Actually, 72 was a simple product. 1973 made a R1. So earlier for a single product only. In R1 1973. So you can see that. You can see this is settings. This is data. This application. This is data. This is a front end. What a GUI, graphical user interface. So you can see three here. Both together as one. All the three in one layer or one tier. Presentation and the application and data. And 97 became R2, started above programming here. And this is R92, R3. So they separate here. I told us two things together and one is separate. So R3. And in 2004, it was with the popular Java. There's a native. They introduced a native concept in 2004. And 2005, it was a ERP EHP7. 2005 became ERP EHP7. That's a R and ECC version. So here NetWeaver included. The NetWeaver introduced 2004 as well as 2005. NetWeaver was introduced. So step is again the same thing. So in all-in-one, they started all-in-one 2006, as I already told. So we saw that this all-in-one. We saw different products here. So all-in-one we started in 19. So you can see that. So all-in started in 2006. And 2011, they introduced the HANA database, not S4 HANA. They introduced HANA database in the 2011. And 2009, it was Business Suite 7 with the ERP, and again with the NetWeaver. And 2015, they introduced the S4 HANA product. So this is a history of SAP wrote by years. So already saw in detail. So the architecture of S4 HANA, you can see there is a software. Programming and this you can say development and web. So together they are integrated into S4 HANA. The difference between the database is different. As I told, it's a HANA database, not SQL or a Oracle. It's a HANA database. So deployment options, where can be deployed, and user experience, some advanced functions in EI. So these are major difference between ECC and S4 HANA. Database change, deployment option change, user experience is different in S4 HANA. And advanced function is S4 HANA. The SAP system. So that ECC we can call as that business suite, that SAP business suite. So these are in the applications, like there are so many applications that ERP means like regular ERP, like all the modules inside the ERP, material management, sales and distribution, production planning. This is a CRM module was there, customer relationship management, supplier, and then this is a supply management, supply chain management, plan maintenance. So everything is part of the business suite, SAP business suite applications. And you can see here, this is a ECC system. So it's a business, business variables, supply chain management. So all these modules were in the business suite. In S4 HANA, this service is different now, SAP system. You can convert, you can transfer data from ECC into S4 HANA using the SAP systems, integration with the SAP systems. The S4 HANA server will be there. And link with the business variables in S4 HANA. So get all the analytical reporting. You can use the business variables for S4 HANA reporting. Okay, this is architecture. It's a simple concept here. We'll come in detail again later. So in S4 HANA architecture, if you take architecture, it's the same thing and see that. It's a UL layer. What I told R3 structure, same thing and E here. In R3, I explained the percentage layer, database layer, application layer. In S4 HANA also you can see that. This is a UL layer, graphical user interface, UL layer, user interface layer, application layer, and database layer. So as I showed here, same thing here. So as I told, showed here, no, the same thing, this one. So these three layers you can see in the S4 HANA system also. So three layers, UL layer, application layer. And you can see the Fiori shell. So the Fiori is carrying the all the applications. So Fiori means there's a web browser. So So I'll try to source system server. So that will show what is query. So this S4HANA system is literally what is S4HANA system is a common system. And for the, if you go for the Fury app, okay, Fury app can get from, so the link I forgot something. The link was okay. So actually that is, I got a new service, so I don't remember all the credentials. So have you anybody seen this? Are you using the Fury app? Anybody? And here the training. Already using the Fury app? Anybody?
No, I am first time.
Okay, okay. So this is a Fury app. This is a Fury app. So this is a regular one. This is a regular EC system. It's a GUI. You can call this a GUI. This is a GUI. And that's a Fury app. So here the same thing. Whatever is EC, same thing here. But the Fury is different here. This is a Fury app. It's a web browser. You can see this is a web browser, not from the SAP server system. And suppose you want to make a sales order. So what you have to just you have to type sales order. Type sales order. You'll get all the later apps. So we can call it apps. So all the apps related to sales order will open here. So actually I had wait. Actually the Fury app, because so many students are using, it became a little slow. So you actually get wait some more time. Then you have to type here. You get the things and done. So it will take some time. So initially you have to give some time, then only you can start the searching option. So anyway, this is a Fury app. So when you type the sales, take apps and sales, type sales order, your apps, all the apps related to sales order will show up. And from there you can make the sales order. So like this, make a new sales order. So I should have waited some more time. So a little slow. Okay, let it show later. Let it open. Let this complete. We'll next slide. So this is a Fury app. So it has the data here, data, and we have the studio analysis app. So basically, this is all for analytical reporting. For analytic, in the Fury app, we can do a lot of analytics. So here. So a lot of analytics is there. Okay, I'll come to Fury app later. I'll show the Fury app later because it's a little slow today. I'll show the Fury app later. Okay, so this is so for the analytical. For the major thing about Fury is analytics. So you can have a lot of analytics. So you can drill down the minute detail. You can drill down the report through the minor details using the analytic engine. This analytic engine in the Fiori app. So we have the three things. One is the transactional logic, like making the transactions in the Fiori app. So gateway from between the ABAP and the S/4HANA. So there's an analytic engine for reporting and the enterprise research. You can do the research option from the, I showed that, no, sales, type sales order, all the sales order will show that. So search option, the Fiori app. And we have CDS view. See the core data, screen, I think. So I'll explain later. So I'll explain detail about the CDS view later. That is part of S/4HANA. So it's a core data screen. So part of the S/4HANA, SAP HANA. So in that case, in this thing, you can see the table information. So when you do the transaction itself, you can see the table views from the point of view, from the SD point of view. You can see the table from the particular transaction. That's called CDS view. So we'll see in detail about later. It's a part of the curriculum. We'll see later in detail. And see the architecture for in-memory for S/4HANA. HANA is a platform. HANA is a platform. We got the OLAP, online analytical processing, and this is so already saw that. No, we have seen that. So this one, OLAP and OLTP and OLAP, OLAP and OLTP. So this OLAP and OLTP merge in the S/4HANA system. So both are merged in the S/4HANA system to get better reporting. And in-memory compression. So the data are stored and compressed to be having more space. So in-memory compression, code push down. So you can, most of the codes are limited in the S/4HANA system. And data speed, the data are stored in very high speed in S/4HANA. Increased speed for data. To do the application and all, we have the more speed now, increased speed in the S/4HANA. And it's a responsive system, so responsive design. So it's a intercommunication is better in S/4HANA. So it's a user experience very good in Fiori app. So employees in the special regular user role, they can have better experience using the SAP Fiori app. So tomorrow I'll show in detail about SAP Fiori app. Then you have web-based all devices. So all the details are web-based, and you can get the SAP access from any device, any gadget to web browser. So web-based all devices. You can use all the gadgets. It's a role-based. So Fiori basically role-based. So I couldn't open that one. So it's basically role-based. So every employee will get a role. So they will get the function according to their role given by the administrator. As a decisive, productive, predictive, and simulative. So you can simulate the reports as well as predict for the future, forecasting, and make a decision immediately based on the HANA application. As a principle of one, simplification application data model. So it's a data model simplification applications. All the applications simple and in a very informative manner is maintained. And so one recommended solution. So it's one solution for the all the functionality in one solution. So it's for a single solution for all your business requirements. And no aggregate, no indices. So it's a reporting purpose and highly flexible throughout. So throughout the process, it's a highly flexible. The whole product is highly flexible. And data footprint reduction. So that is actually what I showed. This one. This is a rate of reducing the data footprint. So from the when you convert into a system data into ECC into S/4HANA or HANA data, this is a footprint. So footprint is reduced so much. It is so data footprint reduction in S/4HANA. When you convert over one system to another system, the data footprint reduction is very less in S/4HANA. And here is a new experience, new user experience in Fiori. So same thing again here. You can go through later these slides and all. So simply data about application innovations. About that applications, we have simplification application and underlying data model. So it's a redundancy is very much reduced in the S/4HANA. Redundancy is very much reduced. So again, same data will not be repeated. So single source of truth for all the accounting, especially about the accounting concept. So single source of truth for the accounting and application optimizations, higher flexibility throughout and innovations. So S/4HANA has so many reporting innovation. You can go through and search for the innovations in S/4HANA. And it's an underlying platform for OLAP and OLTP merge. So online analytical processing and OLTP. So both are maintained there. This one, OLTP and OLAP, they are merged together in the S/4HANA to get the better reporting options. architecture. So the business started with the business suite, and so this is the different versions. The different versions in S4 ECC 6.0 was there. Then the 6.0 they introduced EHP 7, EHP 8, and all. So different versions in the ECC system. So they started NetWeaver with 7 and 7.5. Then so different NetWeaver versions, different NetWeaver versions for different versions of SAP ECC. So any database can be used in the. So here, any database means I told about the Oracle and SQL and HANA database. Anything can be used here. SQL or Oracle can be used as in database. And in S4HANA and the 6.0, they introduced S4HANA database. They introduced HANA database, while the version was 1.0. NetWeaver version was 7.4 and 7.5. HANA database version was 1.0. In S4HANA Finance, they introduced the different versions 1503. So ERP was 6.0. They called EHP 7 and 8. NetWeaver is 7.4 or 7.5. And a HANA database version was 1.0. It is S4HANA Finance. And again, S4HANA in coming later from 2015, these are different versions of S4HANA. So now we are in 2020. So my software is in 2020. So 99 came and 1809 came. So these are different NetWeaver versions for that. 7.5, 5.1, and 5.2. And HANA database version is 2.0. Now it is 2.0 HANA database. So it's a different growth during the version changes, version upgradation. So this is some more things given here. This is add-ons for the SAP S4HANA. This is a Finance 1.03, 1503. We have the add-ons here, ERP add-ons, like for ACM, we have the add-ons, SRM, CRM. And later we have the success factors. So maybe one more, maybe later I will give one more talk about this architecture. Just in go through the introduction today now. Later one more day, another day I'll take one more concept about this architecture, So this is success factors. We have the Concur add-on and Ariba and Hybrid. These are the different add-ons given by SAP using success factors. We have the CRM, supply chain management, and this one is there. This different versions, HANA versions. Okay, these are different versions. So maybe one more class I'll take for this architecture of S4HANA. This a digital application. Leonardo is another digital application, mostly for analytical. This is mostly for analytical and digital information get from the SAP. So we have the Leonardo, SAP Leonardo. We have success factors and the different add-ons, Fieldglass, Concur, Ariba, Hybris. These are all the different add-ons used in the Leonardo. And we have the different so version is 7.09, 1709, 1809, different modules inside the S4HANA. And this Leonardo, we have the experience management, we have the other modules, and different versions are given. So this can go through later also, and I will also give one more topic on this architecture, different architecture for S4HANA. So this is also some point about that. So it's basically S4HANA is the next generation business suite. So basically consists of on-premise 1909 above. So now we have got some more versions. Now 1909 old one, 2020 also that. So that's basically on-premise. You can use as on-premise products in the SAP. And the Fiori app. So this was so now 2020 is there. So Fiori front end server. So this is a configure of SAP Fiori. You can see the web dispatcher. This is basically a technical thing. So we have the back end. So that can be 1909 or 2020. So NetWeaver. And you can some more details can. These are different versions from the S4HANA. So 2.0, SAP HANA 2.0, so HANA data latest version. So this is a database for the ABAP backend. So all the SAP transfers done through ABAP programming. So it's a backend for the HANA 2.0. So 2.0 is a database. HANA database basically for the ABAP backend server. Okay. So HANA database should be HANA database. S4HANA, we can't have any other database, which should be only HANA database. So this, so the advantage is that we have the report, as I told that row level, row level and column level reporting. You can see that here. These are different servers here. So where was stored in rows, and this HANA database is a HANA database. So here columns are stored. So you can take both columns are stored, row. So earlier just only rows are stored in the old systems with the Oracle database or SQL database. In S4 HANA database, with HANA database, we can store the data in columns also. That's the thing I told. We can get the report from the column wise first and row wise second. Okay. And this is some tables. So in the there are aggregations in the ECC. The row column that data tables are taken. See here, this is into row-based data. Here this based on row-based data. So the table can aggregate in the Excel sheet and any reporting. And so that is the database. So ECC that one. In S4 HANA, so column-based data. So in the reporting, it take advantage of the column-based data much for reading of specific values. So instead of using this row-based, you can the S4 HANA we are seeing column-based reporting. So this so the SAP system, the base system, basically in the SAP system based on basis system, here also different version. We are a different version for the this basis operation also, basic functionality. So again, some more things. So here the ECC and compared to the ECC and the S4 HANA server. So in the ECC, we are using the EHP8. The latest was EHP8 in the ECC. That's separate for HR and oil and industries and different industries. HR, we have different versions here for the EHP7, EHP8, sorry, EHP8 for ECC. And this is a different version of basis, NetWeaver 7.5. In the S4 HANA 2020, latest in 2020, we have the different modules. We have the S4 core here, S4 core and other versions. And here also basis, the version is 755. And above fountain is 220. It's a different version of the technical model. So need not know much about this because we were mostly based on the functional concept. Just for information, you can see these details. Option we take up deployment option S4 HANA. So this is a so when you implement SAP S4 HANA in implementations, the degree of standardization is there. So there's a degree of standardization in all the implementation concept about the S4 HANA implementation. We got the implementation upgrade to we got the implementation project, upgrade project, scope of the project, extensibility for the project into different branches. So as I told you earlier, I showed here that when I told about that different type of project. So that you can see here. So see here, this implementation project, upgrade project, scope of the extending the scope, and extensibility to the other other functionality, other branches for the same factory. Deployment configuration. So that's everything is there is a standard of degree of standardization is there. And flexibility. So operation and security license can be flexible for the S4 HANA implementation. So major thing is there is a degree of standardization for all these tools, all these tools. We saw the tools here, different type of tools, implementation tools. So different type of project. So this can be used to the S4 HANA system also. Same concept can be used in S4 HANA also. Like this implementation project, upgrading, scope, and extensibility. And everything maintained by degree of standardization. And all the application can be done with the degree of flexibility. So cloud management, so we can have the full access to the cloud management from the S4 HANA. So we have the cloud one, the functionality that SAP S4 HANA application is there, and we have the extended edition also for that, and cloud private edition. So this is the so here in the second, you can see the second one, extended edition. So the same cloud from the S4 HANA with more flexibility and control. So different type of cloud management. One is a regular cloud, provides a full cloud approach for the end user, for the client, reside on the provider server, and is fully operated maintained by SAP. So the cloud management maintained by SAP for all the customer side data can be kept by using the SAP in the cloud server. So basically, if I give the full cloud approach based on the client's demand stored by the SAP in the cloud. And extended edition, we can have more flexibility and control. And private edition, so that can be that are not shared with other organizations. So the cloud private edition, data is not shared with any other organization. Only for the customer side, shared with only SAP. Will not be shared with any other organization. Then we have on-premise managed by SAP HCC. So another one. So it's another part of another kind of storing. like cloud management, on-premise solution hosted by SAP, and any premise. So the SAP S/4HANA data can be maintained by third party also, not only from SAP, can be managed by any other cloud provider as well as any third party cloud vendor. So deployment factors, on the system conversion from the for based on cloud management, so you can do system conversion from the so all the on-premise means from the in the client system, when you client side, when you install a system, there's a on-premise deployment. So the S/4 can be done with on-premise deployment or new implementation. So this can be transferred from old system. Here's a fully new implementation. The second this option, you have to install the implements for S/4HANA fully as a new implementation. It's a new implementation or hybrid approach. So deployments, so you can transition from the old system and also maintain the S/4HANA standard system. So these two are linked with that. So this is the system conversion from the old system to S/4HANA system conversion. This is a new implementation, and this is a hybrid. You can do the system conversion as well as the new implementation at third level. The deployment factor. So one thing is you can implement S/4HANA with the conversion from the old system, or it's a new implementation, or to become hybrid, both together. Some data from input from the other system, and we will do the implementation on the premise directly from the S/4HANA. Okay, this is an introduction to S/4HANA structure. So maybe one more day, I'll take this in detail, one more time in detail. Once you go to transactions later, I'll come to here, and one more time I'll explain this concept. So are you able to follow this one? This topic, are you able to follow? So everybody able to follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay. So now we'll go on to the introduction to the SD model. We'll go to SD model now. So all of you, like what the experience you are having, are you as a consultant, you have worked out all the SD model configuration as well as transactions. Do you know all the standard transaction SAP SD model? All of you already work in SAP SD, I think so. So what are the handle? So in your current position, what are the things handling SAP SD model? You can give an idea. So do you do the whole cash to sale? Sell to pay. That's whole process. Sell to order. So order to pay. So have you got all the basic things SD model, like making the infrastructure, then the documents? Are you aware of all the things in SD model?
Yes.
So do everybody know how to make the infrastructure and infrastructure for SD model? Everybody knows that.
You meant to say basic configuration of entities, right?
Yeah.
Enterprise.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Okay. Then what are transactions like inquiry, quotation, order, delivery, invoice? So are you aware of all those transactions?
Basic.
Okay. Then about the basic function, like making the basic function, like is free goods and the item proposal. Those is all. Are you aware of that? All the basic things.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do one thing. We'll go through introduction to SD model today. So from tomorrow you can start the practice session. So everybody get the server access for the practice session? Have you got a?
No, Shikhar. That will be sent. No.
Okay. So once that you got, then tomorrow you can start with the structure, interview structure. So our training. Once you get that link, the server link. So first we'll take that. First I'll in my system I'll show we'll make the structure and all the transactions, and after that you can try inverse system with the same thing. So like that you can practice. It will be helpful for you. So once you get the server link tomorrow. So first we'll start with the structure, interface structure. So I'll show from my system I can show that you can also make do it in your system every day. First we'll take the theory part. So in the system how to make the transaction and all. Same thing you can practice. You can also practice that. So it will be more benefit for you. So today we'll see the introduction to SD model. Tomorrow we'll start with the practice session. So just go to the SD.
Who provides the access, Shekhar? Like, is there any process?
No, I can know. So I can know. So I'll check with the Saran Tech. I'll check with how it is provided to you.
Syed might know the process. Syed, if you are in call.
Yeah, what process do you want to know?
Yeah, about the access of the SAP system, the S/4HANA system.
Sir, no, so I will provide the username and the password. So you will have to just set it up. So that will be sent after the session ends, right? Or by EOD today, everyone will have your respective credentials.
Yeah. Also the SOP for the login, right?
Yeah, your login credentials, all of that will be provided. And to set it up or like a demo, Shekhar tomorrow will first show it, and then you can follow the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once you get a Saran link, tomorrow you can start the practice session. I'll show first, then you can do in your system.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so now we'll go through the sales introduction, SD introduction, sales distribution model introduction. So already you know there are different models in the SAP. So different models are there. So different model, we have the production model, human resources, planning and unity management, reporting. So all these are different models from SAP. SD is one of the module here. So like material management, production planning, we have one more model. Sales, already you know that sales and distribution model. So in this, what are things we are handling? In S/4HANA SD model, what are things handled? We'll see what is SAP SD, what are key features, key components. So we'll go through this introduction. So you already know that. So what are the additional things you are getting? You can get, can increase your knowledge. So this is basically is a business process used in SAP ERP. So in selling, once you make if you are a manufacturing company, once you produce a finished good, it should be sold to the customer. So that is starting with the selling process. So you get in any business, when you have the sales or selling the finished goods, the process will be started with inquiry. So the process starts with inquiry. So later it comes again. I'll show the slide also. So once we have the FG item, we have an FG item, we have produced the FG item. So now we have to sell the customer. So for that you can we can include the CRM model also here during the real time. You can CRM model to get the better customer relationship. So once you make the item in the production model or production system, you can sell the customer. So they'll sell the customer one or some customer. We'll sell the customer. So process starts with there. So we can get some advertisement or files, business files and all. So that you can reduce your item to the customers. So if the customers are interested through wherever you contact, through meetings or through mails or calls, we can find the potential customers. So once the customers determined, so they will ask for the inquiry. So the process starts from inquiry. They'll ask detail about the item details. What is that item? What's the price of the item? What's the quality? They can give the inquiry. So based on inquiry, so we give the quotation. So based on the inquiry, we'll give the quotation. We'll mention the price and the quantity of the items. Quotation. So the quotation done when they are satisfied with the quotation, and they will give the purchase order. For will be purchase order, but for us, for the customer side is for the suppliers is a sales order. So this is the PO from the customer and sales order on the supplier side. So when the sales are created, we'll do the delivery. So sales are completed, and we'll deliver that to the customer to delivery. And finally, with the billing will be done. So once the confidence got from this customer that he has received the item, we'll do the billing. We'll do the billing, and finally we'll done by the accounts with the payment. Payment from the account. So we'll do only the billing. This is done with the account department. This is a process happening in the any sales process. This is a standard process. Start with the inquiry, quotation, order, delivery, billing, and payment. So in between, we got some more things. Like we got the contract option, contract the scheduling agreement. So we'll see in detail later, scheduling agreement. These are some of the transactions used in SD model. Start with inquiry. Okay, so we have the include selling, shipping, billing. So we have to sell the product as well as we have to ship the product and get the bill, send the bill to the customer. So basically, the SD model manages customer relationship starting from raising quotation, sales or billing. So starting with the inquiry, quotation, sales and billing. So managed by SD sales and distribution module. So it's very integrated with other modules like material management, production planning, and finance. So SD model is integrated with other modules, like MM, PP, FI, and W various management. Like so many models can be linked here with the SD model. So in the SAP SD model, we have the different key features. Price and taxation. So you can maintain the price and the tax in the sales documents through the tax configuration as well as pricing configuration. So already know the price configuration and the calculation schema and all you can use for pricing, and we can do availability check. So at any point of view, any point of time, you can get the sales order requirement, like whether items are available for the sales order delivery, and if it's not there, we can system will recommend when it's available, and the automatic availability check is there. We can do that through automatic availability AATP. You'll get a better result from the such availability check configuration and building an invoice. These are the key features in SD model. One is the price and taxation and availability check configuration, and we have the billing and invoice. These are some features in the SD model. So some more things. So that was three. That was first is the price and availability check, billing, and we have the material determination. So you can find material determination like we can particularly assign some material for the customer. So always buying the same material from us. There are so many things are there. So complementary material determination we can take as a basic functions like free goods, material determination, item proposal. Lot of things are there. In material in the just one of the key features of SAP SD. We got the free goods configuration there. Material determination means you can so suppose someone is not available, you can replace another item, and so customer can select the item from the list of items. So that can configure the basic functions. Comes under basic functions. And credit management. So you can maintain the credit management for the customer. Whether when he is exceeding the credit management, the system can give a warning message or error message. So in S/4HANA, we are having the credit management together with the finance supply management. So we added ECC, it was limited to simple finance, simple credit management. In S/4HANA, we are having with FSCM, finance supply chain management. They are recommending the credit management in a very better way. And account determination. So basically linked with the SD model, linked with the finance model through account determination. This is all we can see later. Some of the functionality inside the SD model. So what are those there? We can see the price and taxation, availability check, billing and invoice, and here the basic function. We call this a basic functions, credit management, and account determination. These are the key features in SAP SD model. Are the key components, master data. So master basically customer master data and the material master data. So basically two main masters in SAP. One is the master data, one is the customer master, another material master. And also one more thing is customer material info record. So three basic master data. And we have the master data, sales process like inquiry quotation, shipping of materials delivery, billing related transactions, and sales support after the sales we can do the support the customer with the sales support. Transportation. So after during the shipping of material, we have to transport the products and foreign trade also. These are the key components of SAP SD model. In the old ECC as well as S/4HANA, the process is same only. The business process same in S/4HANA as well as ECC also. So this is the master data. We have the master data one. So that time, so every time we need not make the details again. We make a material master one time for a finished product, or make customer master data one time. That can be used to any number of times in the transaction. So it's as master data, which helps to track each time every transaction within the data. So same master can be used in any number of transactions. And master data comprises both customer and the material data. So master data the sales and distribution master data, customer master data, consists both customer and material data. So material master will contain material data, customer master will contain material master data, customer master data, and credit manager also can be maintained in the master data. In the world ECC as well as in the S4 HANA, you can maintain credit management in the supplement master data, customer master data also. And as I already told, in the S4 HANA, the master data is totally different. BIP master totally different from the earlier S4 HANA, SAP ECC master data. The customer master data is a whole change happened in the main thing is customer data change. So as I told, the earlier using SD7 for customer master data, now it is absolute now. It is only BP master, BPT code. Okay, so screen will be like this one. The BIP master will be screen like this now. So here it has a different screen. Now we are in BP master, BPT code. This is a BP master screen. So it's a totally different from the ECC BP master. If you put X301, the old one, system will not accept. So showing it's great. So it will come to again the same field only. Come to this one. This is a new customer master data. So tomorrow we'll see in detail. Coming class we'll see in detail. Okay, so I'll close this one. So we'll see in detail later what's BP master. So basically, master the business partner details will maintain the business partner master data, and credit management details also kept in the BP master. And the master is the most important factor. So both customer and material master data, they are very important in the SAP model, SD model. So otherwise, you can't do any transaction. So the SD model includes process of order and cash. The SD model includes the process of order and cash. Order means that's the inquiry quotation order and the cash process, getting the cash from the customer. So there are, if you take master data functions, this is a master data, there's a customer master, material master, pricing also master only. So pricing also maintained as master data. So these are main three masters. The two levels are, first level is customer master, material master condition. Second master data include output conditions like customers details, details of material, reporting, basically about reporting, and flexible data business environment. So basically the master data, customer master, material master, and pricing masters, and they can use for output conditions, getting the transaction done through billing or payments. And so always you can have flexible data structures. So that supports the whole business environment, whole business sales environment. We can say you can do with the flexible data structures. Okay. So this is a pre-sales. If you say the what a process happening in SAP SD model or any business, this is a process. So pre-sales, inquiry is a pre-sales, and we have the quotation. So we got the contract and schedule agreement. Already know, I think. So contract means a long-term agreement with the customer. So for 1 year, I'll sell the item to the customer with the same price, with the same quantity for the whole year. For example, 10,000 kg of item I'll send the customer for the whole year. So I'll have agreement with him. So he can, whenever he needs the item, he can make a purchase order to me asking the quantity based on the contract. So contract long-term agreement, and schedule agreement also long-term agreement, but here we use purchase schedule length. So maybe later we'll show in detail. So contract is a long-term agreement without any delivery schedule. Schedule agreement will get a delivery schedule. So you'll get delivery schedule. So delivery schedule. Schedule agreement will get delivery schedule. So for the whole period, for 1 year or 6 months, we purchase schedule lengths. So for example, if the quantity is 1,000 quantity, so we get supply the item for a whole year, 1,000 items. We can make any number of sales order. We have to cover 1,000 items for a whole year, the scheduling agreement. So I think you already know that. I can maybe later we will see in detail. Then the order. So based on the quotation or the contract scheduling, we'll get the order, sales order. Customer will get the purchase order for supply is a sales order. And once the order is, this is a order processing procurement from the customer side. It's a procurement process. We'll give the inquiry, we'll give the quotation, and here maintain contract scheduling agreement and give the order. Once that is, we'll go for a shipping operation. So delivery option that can take it from the warehouse or storage locations, shipment. It is a goods issue to the customer side. To the customer, leave the goods issue. Through transportation means we'll give the goods issue, and once it is done, we'll give the billing document. And here we have the stock updates in the account books, finance books. We'll get the stock account, material account output update. So stock value will decrease or increase. When you receive the item into the store for particular material, the stock will increase, stock value will increase. Once you sell the item to the customer, the stock value will decrease. And for the billing, we will link with the accounts receivable. So account receivable means customer payments. Accounts payable is vendor payment. Account receivable is customer payment. So that will be monitored by the finance accounting. So this is a process happening in any sales process. This is a common transaction: inquiry, quotation, order, and contract schedule agreement also. These are called outline agreements. These two are called outline agreements. These two are called outline agreements. So there are two outline agreements in the purchase as well as the sales process. Outline agreements. So one is contract. There are two outline agreements in both purchasing and sales. One is contract. One is contract. Next one is scheduling agreement. Next one is scheduling agreement. So scheduling outline agreements. So contract, as I told, 1,000 quantity for whole year. But scheduling agreement will give the quantity, but will give the particular schedule lines. For example, on 06/05/23, we'll give 100 item. So for the whole quantity, we'll split it into different delivery schedules. The customer will have particular schedule lines for the whole period. So for example, May 6th and again at 23, sign 23, I'll give one more requirement. Delivery schedule. So basically scheduling will contain different schedule lines. Again 200 item for May 23rd. Like there will be so many schedule lines for the one scheduling agreement. Contract will not have, the difference between contract and scheduling agreement is contract will not have any particular schedule lines. The customer can buy any item, same item any time during the whole year. Whenever he needs item, he can raise a PO and we will give the sales order. But scheduling agreement will get a particular schedule lines. So when they're making the agreement only, we'll agree with him that on 5th May will be 100 item and 25th May this item. Like that follow, like that it will go on. That is scheduling agreement. Okay, this is a process. It's a pre-sale process. It's shipping and the billing. This is a process about SD module. So process flow, so order, delivery, billing, and accounting documents. Okay, in the screen taken from the theory app. So standard order. So first is order processing. When the order process, will the delivery processing. We'll issue the item to the customer from the warehouse, and with the invoice billing, we'll send the invoice to the customer, and account department will receive the payment from the customer. So this is a regular processing happening in sales model. Order, delivery, billing, accounting, finance model, payment. So SD helps you. The sales and distribution model helps you to handle minor details. So whenever you sell the item, you can follow the order and you can monitor everything from the sales point of view. So here, starting from recording the product. So based on the purchase order given to the customer, we'll record the whole process, details, pricing, feedback, everything is tagged using the model. So in a SD model, we can track everything using the all these options, data, pricing, feedback, everything we monitor in the sales model, SD model. So this is so some of the basic functions. So inquiry and quotes. So basically, we have the inquiry and quotations. We have the inquiry quotation, this process. Inquiry quotation process. This is a process. So we got the inquiry quotation, sales order, consignment. So I think you know the consignment. So any idea what is consignment process in SAP SD model? Anybody has an idea what is consignment?
Yeah, consignment is when we supply to material to one of the distributor, but we don't bill him directly until unless that is consumed or that is resold. Yeah.
So have you worked on that on consignment? Have you worked on that?
Yeah, basically some processes, basic processes.
Okay. So basically what you explain is the supplier will give the item to the customer premises. So basically the concept is, so for example, the customer needs the item on daily basis. For everyday production, he needs the item. So every time he can give a purchase order, daily give the purchase order, wait for a shipment from the customer, supplier. So instead we'll make a consignment process. In that process, the supplier will keep the item in the customer place. So like for the lump amount, like 10,000 kg, 20,000 kg, for example, grease we are taking, they will keep all the grease in the customer place. So for that, he will not charge. For keeping the item, he will not charge the customer. And customers also will not charge any rental charges. So whenever customer needs item, he'll take from the consignment store, consignment stock. and vendor supplier bill him only for the consignment taken from the consignment store. That's the consignment process. So that can be used for that can be useful for the small time customers also. So they will not be able to buy the lump sum amount totally from the supplier, but they need the production every day. So in that case, they can go for consignment process. So vendor will keep the item in the customer place. For that, we will not charge anything. The water taken from the consignment store, for that only customer will be billed. That's the consignment process. Okay, the consignment process. And so scheduling agreement already told. So it's like a contract, but you have particular schedule lines, scheduling agreements. Rush order and back order. Rush order means like so once you there are two things, rush order and cash order, both are there. So rush order is the item will be delivered immediately. So so once you give the customer can get the item immediately from the rush order sales orders. Back order means like pending sales orders. Pending sales orders given waiting for the shipment to the customer. So back orders. These are some of the order types. And credit and debit memo requests. If the items are damaged, the customer can ask for the credit memo, or sometimes the supplier has to charge the customer something. There's a debit memo. There are different transactions, credit and debit memos. According to the situation, we can raise credit memo or debit memo. Either customer has to pay the supplier or supplier has to pay the customer for any extra charges or less amounts. So this is order. So this from the screen you can see that it's already know that header. So there'll be header and item level will be there. So this is during the priority session you can check that. So standard order. So we'll get little quantity and which day should be supplied. So number 1 20 pieces, January 1 30 pieces. So this you can go through the when you go to the practice you can go through one more time. So it's the sales order processing. So in the customer, in the CRM, so customer service department from the customer side, so there you can get the call from the customers, or you can take order by phone. So we can, when the customer gives the order, he can give the order by phone or mail or print output. So you can give the order. So mostly sales order will contain customer material information, price information, and delivery dates, delivery quantities, and about shipping and the billing. So this information will be there in the detail, in the sales order. So already know that. So if you go for the sales document, so already know the timing. So if you go for sales order change. So I think whether I have any sales order. Okay, only there. So this is a sales order. You can already see that it's a sales order. We have the customer's data, we have the material data. So you get the quantity. So this is a sales order screen. So it will contain the customer material information. You can see that this is a customer's data, it's customer information, and this is the material information. So and you got the price information. So if you go for pricing, you can select this and go for pricing. So the price information. You'll get the details about pricing also here. So sales will contain all these details: customer material information, price information, about delivery dates, delivery quantities. So you can see that. So you can see schedule length. Go for shipping and schedule length. You can see that, and you can again go to item. You can see all the details. Shipping details you can get the schedule and details. So everything get from the so the sales order information. Okay, then the shipping processing and building building also. So this will contained in the sales order details. So the material, so when your material can be procured. If it's a retailing, you can buy the item from the suppliers through this process. We can directly from the supplier get the items, or from vendor or own production. So you can get the material for selling, get from the vendor or get from the production process. So procurement from the so when you give the sales order, the items are not available. The items are not available for not confirmed. The quantity is not confirmed. Then you can go for the availability check. So you can check the availability of the ordered goods. And if there is any option to change the stores of the material, you can change during the availability check configuration. During the availability check configuration, you can change the transfer to the different levels. And so metal management. So metal management will basically organize the materials, making the metal status, keeping the items in the store, part of the metal management model. So that can be include the in-house production or purchased products. The items for metal management, the metals can be purchased or can be produced from the own production plant. So this is a procurement process happened from the purchase side. So they can include the manufactured item from their own factory, or they can purchase item from the other suppliers. And also you can check the availability of the ordered items. The shipping, so always shipping is after the shipping and the delivery. So once your item is ready for the selling, you made a finished good and the customer is already given the sales order. To transportation, there's a separate process. We got the shipping and delivery. So we got to ship correctly the items and deliver to the customer in a seamless way. So there are different methods of shipping is there. So for example, it can be road or it can be sea or air. Anywhere you got to ship the items. And so in the SD model, SAP SD model, the whole process from the ship to the to be delivered to the customer or after return to the customer, everything is monitored in the SD model. The whole process monitored in the SD model through the shipping transportation process. So shipping functions, we can generate shipping documents. The delivery shipping document, basically delivery documents. When you go for that delivery, so this is a delivery process. So when you make the purchase sales order, you go for the delivery. That T code is there. No? You can go for that transportation, shipping and transportation. You can do the transportation from here. You can do the process from here. You can make a delivery document from here and you can process sales process. Okay, then picking and packing. So during the shipping, we'll do the picking and packing also. Picking means, so I already know that. So once the warehouse person picks the item from the store for the selling or the delivery, he'll pick the record the picking activity. He'll record picking like how much item taken, what time of picking, everything can maintain the picking activity. Then packing. After picking, you pack the item and you can manage the inventory management and you can sell to the customer, deliver to the customer. There's a transportation management and the scheduling for the delivery. Delivery scheduling and returns deliveries. You can schedule the delivery as well as returns of the item from the customer through the CST model. And you can do stock transfer during the process. From one location to another location, transfer the stock. Some more things are the transportation. So it works with the shipping model. And the transportation for each model different. So some items will be like to be handled carefully. So you got to send a separate process for that. So all the transportation related. So it can be truck or sea or air or any type of products like any perishable item. Everything can be handled accordingly using the transportations. So this is a function in the transportation functions. We have this flexible and easy to use component. So it helps you to do the transportation in an effective manner. You have a large information system using that you can easily use the transportation configuration. So it's a EWM. So this now it's called EW. It's a new add-on from SAP in S/4HANA, external warehouse management that can link to the warehouse management, and you can do the same process. The sales order, delivery with the external warehouse EWM. You can do the outbound delivery order and outbound delivery. In the S/4HANA, you can connect with the EWM model and do the delivery process. Okay, so I already know that. So once the delivery is given for the sales order, so he has to, the employee has to pick the item, it has to be recorded in the system as picking activity or picking order, pick order. Okay, so delivery order. So there's a warehouse, the different warehouse, different tasks from the different employees. And the warehouse order, there's a picking order and the warehouse order will be received. So to the different location for the customer. So goods issue. So once you do the outbound delivery, it will issue to the customer. So once you give send the item to the customer through goods issue, through outbound delivery, and he'll give the approval. He'll give the receipt to the supplier that he received the item. Then we do the billing for the same process. So this is sales goods issue. The outbound delivery. You can see the example of an item, material M1. This is outbound delivery. You have stock requirements. How much stock is there? Validated stock. So validated stock means already where materials are validated and kept in the store. From there, we are sending to the customer. We have some controlling model document, billing due list, and there's a quotation order. So everything is integrated here. So this delivery connected with stock requirements, stock validated stock, controlling documents. It's a part of the controlling model, finance controlling model, controlling documents, and we'll get a billing due list, and the, one more thing is quotation order. Quotation order will do the whole process. This is a full. It's about the goods issue configuration for SD model. It's a process, shipping process. One is outbound deliveries, picking, packing, posting the goods issue. The same thing. So what you'll do, first once you give the sales order, when it's ready for delivery, the picking employee or the warehouse employee will pick the item, he'll record the picking and confirm, and after we'll pack the item. The package department will pack the item, package section will pack the item, then they will do the transportation planning and post the delivery document. So billing is the billing. If you take billing, is the main part of the SD, critical part of the SD model. So the customers can pay by online media or cash on delivery. According to the new developments, new technology, customer can pay by cash or by any online media, like any card or any method. And so this billing model will monitor the whole process of the billing data. So whole billing will be configured efficiently by the SD model. If you take billing, you can make an automatic invoice or a manual creation. Both options are there. So we have all the billing functions. We have a set of billing functions together in SD model. This is a real-time integration. So your water pending payment for the customer can be integrated with the finance model. So whenever we make a sales delivery to the customer, immediately our finance department will be updated about the process. The sales process will update the finance model so that they can be able to get the money from the customer. So basically, it's a real-time integration with the finance, so that the customer payment can be get by the customer any point after from the finance department. So real-time integration with finance. And if you can have full pricing configuration for the billing purpose. For the price configuration, we can make with the billing model, billing functionality. So again, so we can make the invoice for goods and services also. We can make the invoice for stock. We can make the invoice for stock item or inventory item as well as services. Selling the services like installation or maintenance services called services. That also can be maintained for billing. So as well as for the stock item as well as services. And you can credit with debit modes. Customer has to pay or supplier has to pay through credit or debit modes. And you can cancel the previous billing document. Suppose there's an error or something happened, you can cancel the billing document. And you can automate. So when you make the billing document, automatically data will transfer to accounting departments. So once you come to the billing from the SD model, you automatically transfer to the CSD finance model. There are two billing. So billing, there are two head level, IT level. So you can see that. So that's in the. If you go for VF02, I have already one billing document VF02. So this is a billing. This is a header. This item detail. Go to and item condition. You can see the condition. So these are two things: header and item. So first one, this is a header. So this is a header, and we are getting the item details. Header level, item level. The billing will be looking like item, and you can have different items in the header and price for each item. So once you do a billing document, when you complete billing document, these are the effects of the billing documents. So once you make the billing, your account report will be updated about the payment, about the bill. So account report will get the bill. So you can see billing document number, go to the account department. We get the influence system, reporting section that you can monitor all the sales by the customers. And you can analyze, you can do the profitability analysis, you can analyze the profit of the sales, and you can credit account the customer. So you'll post to the, so we call it reconciliation account. I'll later explain the reconciliation account. So when you make the billing, you'll post to the reconciliation account of the customer, and your sales order, they will also linked with the billing document. So from delivery, you'll do the billing. So the billing will consider the sales order and the delivery documents. Okay, this is the effectability document. Effectability document will be one is the account document generation and reporting and analysis for profitability, and there's an account amount will post to the customer account, and the can be linked to the sales order and the delivery. So what is happened during the sales during the billing? two things will happen. One is a debit posting, credit posting. So I think already you know that. So in accounting, there will be debit and credit. In always there will be debit and credit. Debit means, for example, customer. When the customer makes the payment, he will be credited. And for the finance department or the supplier will get debited. So later we'll see in detail this the concept. This is journal entry. So when you make customer will be always in the credit side and the supplier in the debit side. So there's a lot of explanation for the debit and credit. So basically these are two things. So customer will be debited or credited. So in accounting, that's a main thing. In accounting, it's called JE. Call us JE or journal entry. JE or journal entry. So journal entry will be basically the two things will be. One is credit, another is debit. So that's the entry will look like this one. After payments, once it is the billing, we'll do the payment process. In that we get the paying. You can make the payment again invoices, and you can clear the difference between the different accounts. So after this, sales support. So once you get the sales to the customer, we'll get the sales support through SAP SD model. We can get a better sales support to the customer. So you can interact the sales team, and you can check with all the functions. So pricing is another important thing. Pricing is another important in the SD model. So you can make that all the prices, basic price or gross price or sales price or discount, freight charges, taxes, everything can be maintained in the sales and distribution model through pricing configuration. Okay, so we got the conditions, condition types, tables, access sequence, everything can be maintained in price determination. Okay, so this is the introduction to ERP, SAP model. So otherwise, we'll meet again tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, sure.
So
Thanks,
thank you, everybody. Bye. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thanks.
We'll meet again tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock.